The parents of Gabby Petito are now suing the attorney representing Brian Laundrie's parents, claiming that he knew their daughter had been killed. What in the world? Okay, folks, let's unpack all this. So here's what we know. Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt, they're Gabby Petito's parents, say that it was, quote, insensitive, cold-hearted, and outrageous for the attorney, Steve Bertolino, to express that the Laundrie family's hope that authorities would find Gabby's remains back in September of 2021. The Petitos originally filed the lawsuit against the Laundrie parents earlier this year. We know that. The allegation is that the Laundries knew their son Brian had killed Gabby and that they knew where Gabby's remains were located but refused to speak out. Those are the allegations. But this new bit of information that they're going after the Laundrie family attorney, Steve Bertolino, this is brand new, folks. Core TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter has a closer look at the lawsuit and how we got to this point.
In July 2021, 22-year-old Gabby Petito and her fiancé Brian Laundrie set off from New York State on a cross-country trip. She was an aspiring travel influencer who wanted to document her van life adventures on social media.
Me and Brian just got up and got ready, made the bed in the tent, set up. I think our plan for today is to just hang out here in the tent. Brian's stretching.
During their time on the road, Gabby Petito was in constant contact with her family and posted updates that seemed to be picture perfect, but were actually far from it.
You get to call me to shut up.
How many times did you slap him?
Just a couple.
And then what? And his reaction was to do what?
Until I believe this happened.
He just grabbed you?
Yeah.
Weeks after the Moab, Utah police investigated the couple for domestic violence, Gabby Petito disappeared. Her mother last spoke with her on August 27th. On September 1st, Brian Laundrie returned to his parents' home near Sarasota, Florida. He was driving Gabby's van, and despite pleas from Gabby's parents, he and his family refused to help police in the search for her.
I'm asking for help from the parents of Brian, and I'm asking for help of the family members and friends of the Laundrie family as well.
On September 19th, Gabby's remains were found in a shallow grave in Wyoming, and Brian Laundrie was on the run.
This is the home of Chris and Roberta Laundrie, where Gabby Petito and her fiancé Brian Laundrie lived before their cross-country van life trip. Now, if you remember, in September of 2021, for weeks, media staked out this property, protesters staked out this property, demanding that the Laundries speak out. What happened to Gabby Petito? What happened when their son Brian Laundrie went missing? But they never would speak publicly, only through their attorney.
A month later, his body was found in a nearby nature preserve.
Earlier today, investigators found what appears to be human remains, along with personal items, such as a backpack and notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie.
Now, Gabby Petito's parents are suing Brian Laundrie's parents for the emotional pain they went through while Gabby was missing. They allege in their lawsuit that the Laundries knew that their son had killed Gabby and were protecting him. According to court documents, the Laundrie and Petito families had a cordial relationship until Gabby disappeared, and the Laundries appeared to be avoiding questions about what happened to their daughter. Instead of helping them, the Petitos say the Laundries lawyered up and cut off all contact with them as the search for Gabby was underway. The Petitos also accused Christopher and Roberta Laundrie of helping Brian hide from the police and make plans for him to leave the country. Brian Laundrie admitted in a suicide note that he killed Gabby, and while he was never prosecuted, the Petitos want his parents held accountable for their actions.
All right, so the latest update on this, folks. Attorney Steve Bertolino, who represents the Laundries, issued a statement to the public on September 14th, 2021, when Gabby Petito was still missing. And it said that it is essentially the Laundrie family's hope that Gabby's remains would be found. And so based on that, now the Petitos are trying to make the attorney a party to this case. They're suing him as well. One of my guests has a big problem with this, and I do too. Let me bring in criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, and the host of the Diva Court podcast, Marcia Minot, alongside her, of course, Court TV law enforcement analyst Joe Ested. Okay, Marcia, go.
This is a problem. And this is a big problem because it's going to have a chilling effect on attorneys that represent their clients in civil matters such as this. When you are zealously representing your client, you've taken an oath as a lawyer that you're going to zealously represent the client. What a lawyer knows is what the client has advised them. So you put up what you know to be potentially true because you're not investigating it on your own, nor do you have a duty to do so. To sue this lawyer is totally egregious. It's a frivolous litigation, and I'm hoping the courts will sanction when they get to the bottom of why this action was filed against the attorney, because it's unfair, it's improper, and it's downright disrespectful of the judicial system.
Love everything you said, Marcia. Bravo. You're exactly right. When I saw this, I went, what? What? No. Attorneys advocate under the law for their clients. You don't go after an attorney because of the way in which they advocated what they were relating. Attorneys are like mouthpieces for their clients, you know, and they're knowing what their clients are telling them, right? So the Petitos are presumably saying to Steve Bertolino, hey, we hope our son's girlfriend is found, you know, the remains are found, you know, or she's found alive. I don't know what the exact statement was. I don't have it in front of me. But you know, he's relating what they're sharing with him to try to make him a party.
Think about the opposite. If he were to say, we hope she's never found, is that what you would prefer? Yeah. Because the statement is also a sympathetic, empathetic statement. Why would you want to sanction someone financially for making an empathetic statement when the majority of citizens are always saying, I didn't see any remorse. They didn't even say something nice like, we hope she's found. That's what I said, and you want me to cut a check for that? Not only do you want me to cut a check, but now you want my attorney who said it for me. That's unfair.
Yeah, this is really bad. And the fact that, you know, I'm assuming he is handling this lawsuit for them. So then what kind of a position is this putting him in? Suddenly, like, the Petito's attorneys are trying to make the Laundrie attorney a party so then he wouldn't be able to defend the suit. And, you know, what a mess.
A lawyer cannot be a witness and a representative in the case at the same time. Now, that's a problem. Is this a legal strategy on behalf of the attorneys for the family? Because they know that if they conflict their attorney out, because he's a great guy and we know he's really good at this and he's going to get this case dismissed on a summary judgment. So we found a way to get rid of him. How we're going to get rid of him is we're going to make him a party.
That is so messed up. Yeah, I've got an issue with this. I'm all about, you know, go after the legal issues, go after somebody if you think you have grounds for a suit. But to name an advocate, to me, you're right, Marcia, the word is chilling. That would have a chilling effect if that is allowed to happen.